Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, good evening. We are continuing here in the PELE YOETZ, in Avala Kodesh Baruch Hu, the love that one has for Hashem. And he writes today, V'yesh min ahava acheres, there's a different type of way to approach loving Hashem, haba mitzad seichel, which comes from one's seichel, which is, let's call it our logical in reasoning. V'nikres Ahavas Hashem12, and this is known as the exalted type of a love. It's a heightened love that a person can have for Hashem. Ki mi sheyesh bo seichel tov, someone that has good seichel, their mind is working good and they're able to investigate and understand things. Shemakir mailos ha'isha shalem v'liba chafetz b'shleimus. For example, if you have a friend or you meet a person and you can recognize the shleimus, the perfection that is in that person, the greatness that resides within. So such a person you respect, when you see such greatness that is inside of them, and you tend to come to love them and to appreciate them for the shleimus, for the wholeness and the goodness and the perfection that is in them. And if you really get deep into the understanding of who that person is, and you see the beautiful midos that they have, you see the way that they live their life, you see their nobility, you see the chesed that they do, you see how outstanding they are, upstanding they are, yasha, they're straight in everything they do, so then your feelings of avah, of love for that person, will even be will be very strong. Ve'al kama v'kama, says the PELE YOETZ, how much more so? Does a person have an obligation to come to a real deep love of Hashem? Because the Rabbi Shalom is the truest source or the truest being of shleimus, of perfection. All the different types of perfection that you might find in the world. He's ultimately omniscient, omnipotent, completely full and total in his shleimus. You can't find that by anything else. Even if you find a person who in your mind is heads and shoulders above the rest of mankind, in all of the greatness that they will have, somewhere you will be able to find a fault in them. Somewhere there will be a lapse in their behavior, in their midos, in their character, in their life, that will show the deficiency that is inside of them. But when it comes to the Rabbi Shalom, the more that we study HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the more that we delve into him and his character and the way in which he runs the world, the more of the shleimus, the more of the perfection of Hashem we begin to see. Aval avazu lo yitachin ela b'doimim. This type of love, of the appreciating the shleimus, the perfection in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, can only be found in a certain way. And that is shechafetz b'tov v'oilech b'derech tovim. When you will find within the Rabbi Shalom that he has a desire to do good, and he wants people to go in the ways of goodness as well, and therefore he is utilizing and filling up your life with all of these opportunities that you have to be able to serve him, and so on and so forth. And therefore, the more that a person engages himself in the study of Torah, and to fulfill the mitzvahs of Hashem, because Hashem has given us a gift of mitzvahs. As we know, Pikudi Hashem Yisharim, the statutes of God, not the statues, but the statutes of God are Yisharim, they are straight. V'yelech v'drachav yizbarach, and it will allow you to go in the ways of Hashem, which means the more that a person is going to go in the ways of Hashem, the more you are going to connect yourself with HaKadosh Baruch Hu's shleimus, with his perfection, with his greatness and his oneness, the more that you will live the life according to the way that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has set it up for us down here in this world, the greater is going to be the appreciation that you are going to have at the end of the day of Hashem. As he writes, Kach tisra be'avasa elav al shleimusa, then your love for Hashem will increase because of the shleimus, because of your appreciation and your awareness of the shleimus of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's perfection. The kol asher yodav tirpena min haTorah min hamitzvos, but anybody who weakens from the study of Torah and the keeping of mitzvahs, kach yenosug achar me'avas habayri, he's going to turn away from the deeper love of Hashem, because he's not going to appreciate anymore the greatness that resides in the Creator of the world. Sometimes the sins that a person will get involved with, they'll become like a mask, like a shield between us and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, unfortunately. If you're not learning and you're not working on doing mitzvahs, well, what are you left to do then all day long? If you're not going up, the Vilna Gaon says you're going down. If you're not engaged in Kedusha, you'll be involved with unholy and profane things. And therefore, the more that you get entrenched into the world of doing the wrong thing, which we'll call Averis, sins, so the farther you're getting away from the source of perfection, that is Hashem. And these things, they end up bothering us, and they mbalbil. They end up confusing our minds with so many stray thoughts until you get to the point where you can't remember, or you can't even be diligent or pay attention to the beautiful thoughts that you once upon a time had in loving the Ribbono Shel Olam. Says the PELE YOETZ, your love of Hashem is dependent upon you. How much are you going to make an effort to bring yourself to a higher level of seeing Hashem, of understanding Hashem, of recognizing the greatness, the shleimus, the unity, the oneness, the perfection of Hashem? The more that you do that, the deeper is going to be the love that you have. Unfortunately, if a person is not investing energy in that area, chances are they're going into a world of mistakes, of doing sins, of doing averas, and not fulfilling the mitzvahs. Then you're getting farther away from the source of shleimus, of perfection, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and it weakens the love that we have. And we're here to strengthen the deep feelings and pinings of love that we have for the Ribbono Shel Olam. Have a wonderful day.